Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. We continue our recitation from Vadhan's Mahalla Panjama. This is a sabad with 4 stanzas, and so we will go stanza by stanza. The recitation begins. Vadhan's Mahalla Panjama. Prabh Karan Kaaran Samaratha Raam, Rakh Jagat Sagal-a-day Raam, Samarath Sarana Jog Swami, Kripa Nid Sukh Data, Hau Kurbani Das Tere, Jini Ek Pachata, Varna Chehn Na Jai Lakhya, Kathan Te Katha, Binwant Nanak Suno Binti, Prabh Karan Kaaran Samaratha. This is an open appeal to the essence, to the self within. This is a prayer for mercy, for compassion. This is that state of the mind that we need to cultivate in order to be receptive, to be open, a longing, a yearning. So the Guru is addressing the Prabh and says, "O Prabh," Prabh literally the controller. You are the all-powerful master. You are Samratha. Samratha is all skillful. All the functions, the powers, the capacities that drives the world are contained within the Prabh. It's the creative force. So not only are you the controller, by reason of being the controller, you are the cause and you are the effect of everything that happens in the universe. Karan Kaaran Samaratha Raam. And you uphold everything. Sagal-a-day Hatha, you are the protector of the universe. So that's the appeal. That is how the Guru is addressing this self as all-powerful, as the cause and the effect, and the protector, the upholder. Not only that, but you are also all-powerful. You are the treasure trove of mercy, the giver of peace, Kripa Nid Sukh Data. For all of these reasons, you then are our only refuge, Sarana Yog. We need to seek your refuge. This is not only an appeal, but also an instruction to us. And how do we cultivate this elevated feeling? Is by Hau Kurbane Das Tere, Jini Ek Pashata, Varna Chehn Na Jai Lakhya, Kathan Te Akatha. I surrender to those who serve you and who have recognized you in your oneness, Jini Ek Pashata, despite the fact that you have no color or form, that you are imperceptible, Varna Chehn Na Jai Lakhya, and you're beyond human description. Despite that, these individuals that are being referred to, Hau Kurbane, those who are your servants, because they have been able to transcend their sensory perception and can still recognize you, despite the fact that you are not amenable to the senses. So it's Nanak's plea to be admitted into the refuge of this self. The second stanza, Eh ji tere tu karta Raam, Prabh dukh dard paramaharta Raam. Param dukh dard nivare, khin mein rakh leho deen dayala, Maat pita swam sajjan, sab jagat bal gopala. Jo sarane aave gun nidhan paave, so bahod janam na marta, binvant nanak das tera, sabbe ji tere tu karta. So now here is another aspect of this self, karta, the doer, the creative force. And we, e ji tere, we are your creation. And you are the one that we look to have our pain, our suffering, and our doubt removed. Dukh dard paramaharta. So unquestionably, the Guru is telling us which way to look. So not only do you remove our pain, our suffering and doubt, you also eliminate them in an instant. It doesn't take you long. Param dukh dard nivar kin mein. So therefore, it is our prayer, please protect us, for we are weak and helpless. Rakhale deen de Allah. And now the Guru tells us the relationship that we have with this self. It's everything. Mat pita swam sajjan, mother, father, master, and friend. That is what it is. We are your children. So this is food for thought. Those that our biological parents, friends in the world, they are just means to an end. They were the medium. Our parents were the medium through which we came into this universe to experience it. The real refuge, gun nidhan pava, is where you find the treasure of virtues, and that is the self within. And that is the plea that Nanak makes. Binvant Nanak, das tera, sab ji tere tu karta. You are the creative force within. So if you wish to attain your desired awards, that is to say, Man ishara phal paya Ram, if you wish to attain, what that means is if you wish to live an accomplished and fruitful life, then remain in a state of mindfulness at all times, meaning you should perceive the world through Gur wisdom. Art pehar harte aiye. You should be in that state of mind, not operating through the ego. That's the radical change. So not only will life become more fruitful, but you will also eradicate fear of death. Mite jamaki trasa. This is the third stanza where he is encouraging us to live in that state constantly. Aata pehara har te aiye Ram. Man ichhadya phal paiye Ram. Man ichha paiye prabh te aiye. Mite jamake trasa. Fear of death. Govind gaya sad sangaya. Bhai puran asa. Bhai puran asa. How does that happen? By cultivating virtue. Sadhasanga with the Guru. And by renouncing pride, attachment, and all. Tajman mo vikar sagale. So the key is to dissolve the ego, because it is the ego that is filled with pride, with attachment, that tends to run and become enamored of what we call vices. Vices are simply disharmony with the world around you. You disturb the stability of the way things are by doing that and get caught in that current yourself. And now the Guru is describing in the fourth stanza the state of that mind where Darvajje, Anhat Vajje Ram, Ghat Ghat Har Gobind Gajje Ram, गोविंद गाजे सदा बिराजे अगम अगोचर ऊंचा गुण बेअंत किछ कहण न जाई कोई न सके पहुँचा आप उपाय आप प्रतिपाले जी जंत सभे साजे बिनवंत नानक सुख नाम भगति दर वजे anhad vaje. So the conclusion is Nanak, Binvant Nanak, this is Nanak's assertion in the form of a plea to us. Sukh, if you wish to live a life of happiness, sukh is at a very fundamental level a feeling of fullness, a feeling of well-being, a life where you overcome your obstacles. It comes through Nam Bhagati, self-knowledge. So Bhakti is devotion. So be devoted to self-knowledge. That is what the Guru teaches you in the previous para. Sadh Sange. When you cultivate virtues, you begin to develop self-knowledge because the conglomeration of virtues is yourself. So once you reach that threshold within, you hear the melody that fills every heart. You will see that creative force that resides in every heart, at the core of every being. You come near it, very near. And then there is a process of induction. That nearness, that pull is what you interact with. Ghat Ghat Har Gobind Gaje, sound. So, but Govind Gaje Sada Biraje Agam Agochar Ucha. It is still beyond comprehension and exalted. In other words, you can't touch it, but you are at the threshold, the dar. You feel the magnetic pull. That's how you get to know the self. And then in conclusion, of course, a repetition of the fact, an assertion for us to remember that it is the self who is the creator and sustainer. Aap upaye, aap pratapale, jai jeet ji jant sab saje. Binvant Nanak sukh naam bhakti. So for us, the journey is to travel to that threshold where we are magnetized, if you will, by the presence, so that our thinking, our mati, surat, mat, our consciousness changes. It gets magnetized. That is what happens. Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh.